everybody, welcome back. I'm so glad you can join me today. We're going to be heading out of the house for once and going out to get my hair done and to take a trip to Hobby Lobby, have some lunch with my daughter, and I thought it'd be really fun to bring you along. Just getting ready for the day, and doing this voiceover for you guys. How are you guys doing? Are you excited that the summer's ending? I know I am. I'm very much a fall girl, so I'm looking forward to the cooler weather. So I'm just pulling into my salon now. I've been going to this salon for several years, and it's just great. It's a really peaceful place that offers a lot of different services: massages, nails, facials. It's really one-stop shop, and I really do love it. So today I'm going to be getting my hair done, just getting my roots done because, well, they are just not attractive anymore. And my daughter, she's just getting a trim. She's camera shy, so she doesn't like to be on camera. Although when we are at Hobby Lobby, you will most likely hear her having some commentary on all the decorations that we saw this day. So just giving you a look around, and yeah, this is my favorite sign in the place. And there I am, in my gown, ready to get these bad roots done. And then afterwards, we decided to treat ourselves to some Raising Cane's. Do you guys have any Raising Cane's in your neck of the woods? We like to go there once in a while, and we don't do it much anymore though because it's expensive and it's really not good for you, but sometimes it's nice to have a little treat. And then we went ahead and started heading to Hobby Lobby, otherwise known as Mecca, where you can definitely spend a fortune. Getting ready to walk into the happiest craft place in the world. Do you guys have anything in particular you're looking at right now? I wanted to see all the fall decor that they have. That's my favorite. But I know that they always are several seasons ahead, and I'm sure that they've got Thanksgiving and Christmas in there as well. So I'm going to take you guys with me to kind of see what I found. I'm really liking these white pumpkins this year. Anybody else kind of thinking about decorating with the white pumpkin?
What is this? Like, seriously.
No, it's
this.
Like the Christmas tree.
I know it's like the Christmas trees, but like.
It's just the fall tree.
But why?
Oh, look, they're having like a huge sale on everything like this.
I know there's a huge sale, trust me. I'm gonna try to show some restraint, but why? Leave it to Christmas. Why does there have to be a fall light up tree? I'm baffled. Hello, candles. She's already getting into the pumpkin spice everything. Although I am partial to apple stuff. But look, they're having a big sale here today. That's gonna be dangerous. Ooh, maple scented. I am a sucker for maple. I'm gonna have to smell that. Let's see what that smells like. Let's see here. Let's see if I can open it with one hand and tell you guys how it smells. Oh, I did it. I didn't drop it. That's awesome. All right, so here we go. It's a maple pumpkin custard. Let's see what this smells like. Actually, this smells really good. I think I'm gonna have to get that. So I have to come down this way because my daughter said that there's something that looks like a candy wonderland. Stay tuned. I'll say it again. Holy crap. Oh, look at this. Candy. I don't know why it's $600, honey. I don't ask, but those are the biggest gumdrops I've ever seen in my life. What is happening? Did they consult with Willy Wonka for this? Was this like a Willy Wonka collaboration that I'm like not aware of?
What are you talking about?
This is insane.
Look at this. They have like ice cream wrap.
This is absolute. I can't even.
I think this would go great with that.
Who is in the market for a garland macaroon
Me.
strand? Well, I know you would. Yeah. And we have like little look at these gumdrops. I can't.
They're so cute. Look at the little
What do you do? Like stick them in the tree? You make a candy tree.
No, but look at this cotton candy.
Cotton candy? Oh my gosh.
And look, they have lollipops and everything. This is so cute. I don't care. I like it. Like, I look at, like,
Well,
the
fine.
past few-
Fine. Then let's look at this pink tree over here and then we'll see.
That's what it is.
Okay, so you could get the pink tree
Yes.
and you could put the gumdrops all over it.
Okay, wait. Hold
And
on.
you could put the cotton candy into it too, and then you can put a garland of the macaroons and
Speaking
put all
of
the other candy on.
Candy, you gotta look at the peppermint stuff next door.
Now we're getting into peppermint. I stand corrected. This is where Willy Wonka collaborated with everybody. Good grief. Seriously, it's like they got with Willy and they said, hey, how can we candy up Christmas and everything else? It's a wall of trees.
Oh, look, this is cute.
Wait, what do you got?
This. I think it's cute.
I don't think that's gonna make the list for
I
me.
just don't like color.
I do like color. I like color at Christmas. That's why I would not get these. Well, maybe I'd get the white trees if it was around other colors. Oh, I do like these big ones though. I need new ones of these. I ain't gonna lie. I'm very enticed by this right now. Who else absolutely loves National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation? Leave a comment below if you're a big fan. I might have to take the plunge on this. I don't know, maybe I'll wait a week and then everything will be 50% off at Christmas, you know? Who is in the market for really big ornaments? Like, the sheer size of these is killing me. You'd have to have the biggest tree ever.
Ooh. Look at the tree top.
These?
Didn't you get that white one or the pink one?
I like the more traditional red and greens. I'm not a big silver blue fan at Christmas. But this is getting way ahead of ourselves. I want to get ready for fall. Like this. Yes, that's what I need. I need a pumpkin pie pillow. Who doesn't need a pumpkin pie pillow? Or the sweater weather. I 100% support this. Yep, very much so. And who needs a tree collar? Apparently that's what they're called.
Oh, look at this. Can we get this one?
No, we're not getting the one that looks like an ice cream sundae. I'm kind of offended by this. Is this the whole going along with the candied tree and ornament
Yeah, because
stuff?
it sells.
Oh, Lord. I'm baffled. Still baffled. Dang, shiny aisle right here. All your silvers and golds ready to go. Whew. I can go blind in that aisle. An entire aisle of ribbon. Who here makes their own ribbons? My stepmom taught me. Oh Lord, look, we got more candy stuff. I want to know, no judgment here, but who really is going to do this year? Who's going to use this? Leave a comment down below if you're going to do the candy thing. I think it would be super cute if you have a very girly girl who would like love to see that at, you know, Christmas time. But yeah, I do make my own bows for my gifts. My stepmom showed me years ago, and it's a lot of fun. It makes the gifts unique, and you can kind of customize them. You could have, you know, a certain ribbon for each person, and it just makes the gifts a little bit more, you know, personalized and homey. But that right there, lot of ribbon. Now, I find the blue very pretty. I do. I'm not gonna lie. It's very pretty, but it's not my style to decorate my house. However, if you come over here, there we go. Reds and greens. There we go. Very, very much like that. But hey, getting some ideas for Christmas. Ooh, I do like that. Shh, I'm recording. I do like the red, green, gold combo. I do very much like that. All right. Where does everybody stand on tinsel? Like this tinsel garland. I have to say, I'm not a fan. It gives me flashbacks to Christmas trees in the 80s. Not a bad thing. You know, I grew up in the 80s, but just not my vibe. What do you guys think? You guys a fan of the tinsel garland? And of course, a Grinch aisle, which I do appreciate this. I do appreciate a good Grinch aisle. Who doesn't love the Grinch? But again, not my style for my house. But yeah, Merry Grinchmas, nice. But yeah, I appreciate it. This would probably be something my daughter would put in her room, not gonna lie. And actually, we call my husband the Grinch. He's not the warm and fuzzy type, but we love him. But he's our Grinch. Did get him a Grinch mug last year for Christmas, so he could use it for his coffee. And if you're into the trucks for your decor for the holidays, or sled, got that too. Now this is a very cute aisle. I do appreciate the cars they've been doing the last couple of years. Some cute presents. Cute country farmhouse Christmas. I can appreciate that. Alright guys, so apparently the candy is not stopping. Look at this. You literally could make Candyland in your house or in your yard. It goes to the ceiling. There's giant gumballs. There are swirly pops. There are cake pops. Ice cream cones. And cupcakes. I really would love to know who is planning to use this in their holiday decor this year. So I'm just kind of walking down the aisle here, kind of taking everything in. Hobby Lobbies are fun stores to get some ideas. But man, could you drop a buttload in here if you weren't careful. I mean, look at this. You ready? Oh my God, it is heavy. $49.99 with 40% off. I still don't know if that's worth it. Cuteness. Loving the colors. If you're looking to get some end of the season stuff, you know, to have for summer next year, this is all 75% off, at least at my store. And they got some really pretty plates. So again, if you want to get something really cheap right now to have for next year. Anybody else wish they had a beach house that they could decorate, like total nautical beach ocean decor? I do.
Like, I would know. I would go buy like stuff, and now here's your bag of stuff I already.
So I think we showed some amazing restraint. I got just some candles and my daughter got a snow cone maker. And then we decided to go ahead and try out Crumble Cookie that just opened in our area.
Yeah, I don't want any of these. I don't have anything I want. I think we're gonna miss out. Alright, take two on getting some dessert. Crumble was a waste of time and total washout. They had one cookie option and the rest were cupcakes and stuff. I go to Crumble for cookie, not for that other stuff. So we're gonna try Coldstone. Ignore my child, she's rude. That is a lot of ice cream. Can I get the vanilla, and then can I get some like toffee chip pieces in it? Just a small.
All right, now that we've gotten our sugar fix, we decided it was time to head home. And, you know, since we ate quite a bit of junk food today, I decided I was going to try to make, you know, a little bit of a healthier, heartier dinner at home rather than picking up something for takeout on the way. So I'm going to make some quesadillas. So keep watching.
All right, so we're gonna get ready to make the quesadillas and the Spanish rice. So I've got my avocado oil out. I'm starting to heat up my cast iron skillet, and I have butter starting to melt before I add the rice. Here you can see I've got all of my ingredients laid out. I'm gonna chop up the chicken, the onion. I'm going to mash the avocado and start getting the guacamole ready. The skillets are going, and so far it's only taken 4 minutes to pull everything out of the fridge and to get things going. So all you'll need to do is to dice up your chicken. Obviously, if you have rotisserie chicken, you could just kind of shred it. This chicken has a little bit of seasoning on it, but nothing crazy. And it'll go really good in the quesadillas. And all I'm doing is just dicing this up. The butter is melted, and as you can see, it got just a little brown, so I went ahead and I turned down the temperature. And I'm just going to add the rice. And give it a quick stir. And then this skillet is now warm enough. I'm going to take the avocado oil, just put in about 2 tablespoons. You want that to get warmed up before you put your tortillas in. And it looks like it is toasted enough. So I am going to, looks like I'm missing my spoon rest too. I'm going to put the water in. Now it's always good to get the rice going first because that gives it time to cook while you're doing the other stuff. This takes about 15 minutes. This takes the longest out of anything, and you can be doing everything else while this is cooking. So, got the seasoning in there. Calls for a can of undrained tomatoes. Like I said, I'm using the kind that are the tomatoes and also the green chilies. And you will get this to boiling. Turn it down to low, and you will put the lid on it to cook for 15 minutes. All right, so the rice started to boil, so I went ahead and put the lid onto that and set a timer for 15 minutes. The skillet is warm enough now. The oil is moving around really easily. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a tortilla here in the bottom and turn the heat down a little bit. It's gonna get it nice and crispy on the outside of the tortilla. And then what you do is you're going to take your Monterey Jack cheese or any type of cheese you like. You might wanna use like a Mexican mix, cheddar if you have it. And then just sprinkle some of this in the bottom. However much you want is up to you, but the cheese is going to act like, I hate to say it, kind of a glue to hold your other tortilla on top. Just going to add some of your cubed chicken. And then I'm going to add some of the salsa. So again, this is any kind of salsa that you like. And you just kind of sprinkle it around there. You can also just do diced tomatoes. You could add other vegetables in here. We tend to keep it pretty simple and basic. Just put enough in there to give it some color all around. And then we add another layer of cheese. Again, this is going to essentially glue the tortilla top and bottom together. And then you'll put another tortilla on the top. Just kind of smash it down a little bit. It's kind of like making a giant Mexican grilled cheese. Go ahead and check this and see how it looks on the bottom. And it looks nice and brown, so I'm just going to give this a quick flip. And it's got a really nice color here. Maybe a little darker than I normally would like, but I'm not going to complain too much. I'm going to continue on with making the guacamole. So, I'm going to slice these up. And it looks like it is good to go and nice and soft. You never know with avocados. They can look perfectly ripe 1 minute and then the next second they are not good to go. And I know you can take your knife and kind of hit the pit and get it out, and well, I don't have the best aim, so I usually squeeze the avocado and get the pit out that way. And usually it will come straight out, or you can just kind of use your spoon once it gets started and move it out. One more, and again, you can, this recipe, you can use as many avocados as you want if you're feeding a crowd, or if you're just doing some for yourself and you want to use just 2 avocados. The important thing to remember with making guacamole is that you want to make sure that you have the correct ratio of flavors going on in it. So I am going to scoop my avocado into this bowl here. Right, now that I've got the avocado all in there, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get some of this onion chopped up. My daughter tells me that I should learn a better way to chop up my onions, but, well, creature of habit here. And with some of that onion ready to go, because I'm not sure exactly how much I'm gonna put in, I'm gonna go ahead and get these avocados mashed. Now, you can use a fork to mash these. However, I use a pastry blender if you have one. If not, a fork works just as well. I just find that using this goes a little bit quicker, especially if I'm short on time. Kind of mashes everything at once and makes it just a little bit easier. Making something like this is all about balancing out your ingredients. So, like I said, we like to use these tomatoes with green chilies into our guacamole. You can also just use fresh tomatoes if you like. So this is leftovers from a recipe that I did earlier this week. Just using up stuff that I already have. And I'm gonna give that a mix, see how it looks. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in some onion. Now I'm just using a yellow onion, but you could definitely use a red onion. It would give it a little bit more color and give it a little bit different of a taste. It really just depends on what you have on hand. And then I have a juicer that I'm going to juice 1 whole lime. I'll just give you kind of a view of what it's looking like so far. All right, and now at this point I would be adding some seasoning. So I like to add coriander powder. You absolutely can add fresh cilantro to this. I'm out, so I am adding the coriander powder, which again, coriander is just another name for cilantro. I also like to add garlic salt. So the garlic gives it a little bit, little extra depth of flavor. And of course you want that salt to balance out the citrus of the lime. It also helps kind of to get the juices running, the salt does, with the onion. I'm not a big fan of raw onion myself, but when it's mixed in with this and kind of gets pickled, you don't taste it as much. All right, just gonna check here on the rice. Give the lid over here, and as you can see, it looks awesome. So I'm gonna turn the temperature off, and I'm gonna give it a stir. Looks like there's a little bit of water in there, which is okay. You don't want your rice to be too dry. Just gonna mix everything up. So this is a great, easy side dish to add with your quesadilla, or if you're having a taco night, or if you're doing enchiladas. This is really nice to add with it. If you wanted some other vegetables with your meal, you could, obviously add some corn. So I'm gonna put the lid back on just to keep this warm. Okay, so the quesadilla has rested, and as you can see, it's nice and melty in there. And so the easiest way I found to cut these is to use a pizza cutter, but you could obviously use a knife if you don't have one, or you could even use scissors to cut it. So we're just gonna slice it into 4 pieces. Again, you can add a lot of things into a quesadilla. You could even add some bacon if you have that. You could add different types of meat in here. You could do a shrimp or a beef, and you could do a medley of that as well. As you can see, it's all nice and cheesy and yummy in there. Most times kids will eat a half of one. If you have adults, they'll usually eat 1, or they may do 2 if they're really hungry. I wouldn't recommend making them too big though, because when you cut them or bite into them, everything will, kind of shoot out all over the place, which you obviously don't want. And then you can top it with your guacamole per person. You can also have some chips out to go with this. You can also add some sour cream if you have it, and you can also add some pickled jalapenos. That's another way that we like to do this. So I would give this to one of the adults or my child. My child is an adult now, she's 18, and I would give her some rice on the side, some chips, and you have a very easy dinner. And looking at my watch, this took 32 minutes total to make.
And that's it, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this fun day of just going out and spending the day with my daughter. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.